Hello, my goblins and gremlins, and welcome back to the chaos. And today is a particularly special bit of chaotic, because I have like the bare minimum of a plan set up for this. No script, no anything. And what is that plan? Well, I figured I might do a kind of draw with me sort of situation. Something that I've noticed since I've started is that I don't tend to draw on my own anymore. I kind of need more of an outside push, and you're it now. um, so, with all that being said, it's hard to will myself to practice when it's not coming to an actual outcome. It's just going to be a sketch. I'm not going to have a physical representation of my progress or something that I've completed. So I figure why not just record it, hang out, practice some anatomy, and see where this goes. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, so to get started, what I would like to do is essentially what I plan on doing is taking some references from the Jazza reference book that I bought. I purchased this. That's not the button that I wanted to hit. So I am going to go ahead.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Let's just kind of start with the face. And what I want to do for this is essentially take the image, study the different shapes of it by tracing, and then kind of going back in and just doing a quick sketch all on my own. So last time I did this, it was for a full following anatomy video tutorial. Whereas this time, I'm just doing it on my own, and this is just to practice. So as you can see down at the bottom, it shows that it's got the link for Draw with Jazza. It's just Jazza now. This is kind of an older thing, but actually, go back. Yeah, lots of fun. I did buy this pack for, like, it's got a whole bunch of reference photos in it, specifically for this, for practicing, because I thought it would be really nice. You can go to his website to buy the same pack. I will link it down below. And they're pretty high quality images, and they stay downloaded, so as long as you have, like, and you can download them as many times as you want, so as long as you have the username and password associated with his website, you can download it and use it. So, with all that out of the way, we're going to just dive in. I'm actually going to play my own music. Y'all will hear something else because copyright is a thing. But I'm gonna kind of go through my thought process. I am realizing now she's got a very long head. Feels very masculine for this. So I'm used to proportions like this, which is more, let me do this. Ah! Some settings are still there. That's not what I wanted. So, oh. That is uniform. Okay. Yeah. So those are the proportions I'm used to seeing when it goes so much further out than her actual head. So her head is very scorched, I guess. in comparison to how I normally draw. So those are our, let's see, have the line for the eyes, top of them, and then the bottom of them. Now, something to always keep in mind as I am telling myself specifically, is that this isn't gonna be perfect by any means. Okay, so the eyebrow kind of lines up with the top of the ear, like the lowest points of the eyebrow. Interesting. That's nice. At least with her specifically. So, what I was saying is that humans aren't perfect. So if your sides don't look perfectly, like, symmetrical, I feel like that's not a bad thing. I want to follow kind of the shape of the nose. I feel like when I draw noses, they make them look wrong. I feel like when I get done with this isn't gonna look like her at all. And that's kind of the biggest thing that I have an issue with anatomy, is that when I draw somebody, it doesn't look like the person I originally had in mind, whether it's a reference I'm drawing or like just a character I pulled out of my head. It's never quite right. But I do know part of that is due to my style. But I don't know how much is my style and how much is just lack of ability, because that's always the question, is where am I lacking ability and where am I making a stylistic choice. And I feel like part of like knowing that I'm still pretty new at everything, like despite having drawn for so long, I feel very amateur because I can't personally tell when I'm making a stylistic choice or a mistake just from a glance, especially for like smaller things like head proportions. Am I doing that just because it's how I like them, or am I doing that just because it's wrong and I don't know how to do it right, you know? Let's get her clavicle in here though. That's what that's called, right? Joel will correct me. Sorry, Saints will correct me. But yeah, clavicle. Shoulders are so bony. I wouldn't know what that's like. It's interesting. Blip, 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 blip. That's a bug. So, her forehead is much bigger than how I show. I'm like throwing in aging lines, but that's just where the low points of her face are. There. Which sort of pulls everything further down, I think. Because it's all very centered and like almost pointing. Oh, she looks old. Let's get rid of those lines. Okay. Yeah, see, when I get rid of my drawing, she looks so different. So, that's kind of our initial study, I would say. So I'm gonna move her over here, and then I'm gonna grab this layer, and I'm gonna kind of move that derpy looking thing. Like, it just looks so wrong with just a straight trace, but like, I've drawn her proportions is kind of what I was going for. So hopefully I know where to put everything, like, better without just straight up tracing it. So we have this longer face. Very round. Hold on. I'm regretting putting on music. Like, I knew that it was gonna be better for kind of numbing out the sound of my own voice because I don't like it a whole lot. I don't know anybody who actually does. But I want to sing along, and these are copyrighted songs. But it's fine. This was a banger though. Okay. So kind of where our midline is for the eyes. And that's probably where the eyebrows and top of the ears. And then kind of here is the nose. I feel like, so something I feel like I've learned recently is if you want to make a character look younger, make their neck thinner. I've learned, because so I've recently been struggling with a character who is kind of age ambiguous. So it's a character for my D&D group. And he's not only like age ambiguous, but he's gender ambiguous, and I've never even, wow, that is so wide. Why did I make them so wide? It's the nostrils is what I did. So how about we just do this? I don't know. I don't want to emphasize the nose so much because, like, just what I did before, I made the nostrils so big. But like, when you look at the proportions themselves, her nostrils do kind of seem big in an outline, but in actuality, no. I think she's got a very thin nose, but the angle is not particularly flattering, I suppose, in translation. I'm not 100% sure. So this is where the center of our eyes are. So she's Caucasian, and she's got these very rounded eyes. Just normal, I don't know. Normal to me, because, you know, what? Which is, I mean, all I ever see is white, so. I feel like I put this line a little too high, personally. I may regret that later, but let's see. I think I put those eyes the right distance apart. Okay. I'm focusing so hard on this. But I do feel like one of the issues that I have in my art specifically is I haven't spent enough time working on anatomy and actual, like, proportions and such. I guess, like, actually choose a style or let a style develop. Because, I mean, they do kind of develop simultaneously, but like I said, I don't know the difference between a stylistic choice and just being wrong. I'm noticing, again, I've also noticed this recently.
Well, we're waiting.
I may be crazy. Right now, I'm still recording, right? Yes, okay. Parenthood. So right now, it looks like I've drawn an African American man instead of a white woman. Now I know part of that is the nose. I think I pulled the nose too far down and it's too wide. But what if we just kind of bring this back up here and see how the proportions sit? Proportions are pretty good. I made the head a little bit more rounder, so that may be part of it. And the eyes are definitely way more round. So I need to, like, they're too open, I guess. Oop. Let me think. Okay, so let's futz with these eyes, because I think that's a big part of where the issue is. And I think also the fact that I haven't drawn the hair yet definitely plays into the fact that this looks like a man. Once I get her hair in, she'll look a lot more feminine, I suppose. There's nothing wrong with looking masculine. I shouldn't say she looks like a man in my drawing, but, like, she kinda looks like a man. I think I made it worse. These eyes are all sorts of wonky. Should I just erase them and try again? Let's erase them and try again. Maybe just doing this, like, almond-shaped thing is my issue. I need to kind of move along because this is another thing that I have noticed is I focus so much on getting it perfect, and it's just supposed to be a sketch. It's supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be just, it is what it is. But I don't let it be that. Ah! So let's try making this top lid. That changed so much for me. Just changing how I drew the eyes. I feel like the shape is roughly the same, but I've made that top eyelid. So the nose is still kind of this undefined. Maybe it's because it's very, like, rounded or flattened. Maybe the line is too flat. Oh god, she looks like she's, like, rolling the eyes in the back of her head because I haven't given her pupils. She just says the line in the middle of it. Okay, let's throw on some pupils real quick. She does not have a widow's peak. I also really like drawing widow's peaks. I don't know why. Maybe they're easier for me. Okay. And then I'm just gonna throw in, like, a bun because it's kind of cut off for her. Not super recognizable as being the same person, I don't think. I know there's a lot of detail missing, so we're referencing, like... Oh! Well, her lips and nose are... No. Yeah, her lips and nose, or her nose specifically, is a bit too low. Let's go back, and let's just grab that and move it up a little. And this is the good part about working digitally. is... Yeah, okay. So that's kind of our first little sketch. So I think this versus this looks much better. But the tracing did help me figure out where to like place things. So I'll give it that. We are just gonna go on ahead and hide these, and then I'm gonna start again with tracing. So the first thing that I notice is his eyes are really big. Which is interesting, and his jawline isn't nearly as defined as hers was. I've got an interesting jawline, I think. Should draw my circle. Okay. Anyway, maybe there. Yeah, because we've got the scruff, I think. Okay. We're gonna go with that. I'm a little like I'm suddenly very self-conscious about the stuff that I've been talking about because it's just like whatever came to mind since I don't have anything, you know, scripted. But it's like, does any of this make sense? Probably not. Does anybody give a damn? Also, probably not. But this is who I am. And I thought it might be more interesting if I didn't worry about scripting because I feel like I do my best when I'm just being me. But now I'm like, are you sure about that? He's got like a triangular nose. God. Interesting. So I didn't really shape out her nose very well. I didn't really know, but he's got these defined lines right there. Very triangular shaped. That's nice. I think I kind of want to focus on that, actually. On his nose. I mean, I'm not super great at noses. And his lips are very defined, too, so that might be helpful. I'm not a big, like, I'm not very good at scruff. I have some dots. I'm getting rid of those. Go away! Okay. Okay, take a break for a drink. Need more water, but I can get that later. I love how his hair is just kind of that spiked up in the front thing, which, you know, makes sense. So, grab you, move you over here. That does not look like the same person at all, again. Let's go on ahead and... So the center of his eyes is where his ears match up. Interesting, interesting. Here's where our nose is. Mouth. And then brows. Okay. And then let's grab this. Move that over there. So I actually kind of want to draw this nose, mostly because it has very defined like lines in it, and it feels, I don't know, easy to draw as I literally draw nothing and then erase it. Okay. I feel like there's a million things going through my head, but nothing worthy of saying. How do people just, like, be entertaining so much? Like, constantly. How do you live? How do you exist, my dude? as a question to my editor, he's usually pretty entertaining just by default, and it's annoyingly amazing, and I hate it. It's okay. Are you done vomiting yet, Saints? I gave minor affection and now he's gonna vomit all over the place because that's how he deals with it. So because of the way the light is hitting his face, it kind of makes his nose look a little lopsided. I mean, no nose is perfect, and that's okay. But how do I... Oh... So he's got this bump in his... Kind of goes like that. Tried to define the tip of this nose, but it didn't really like come. Let's not do that. Should I just erase a little bit more or go? Not super. I miss like I miss the permanence of physical media, especially like charcoal, because that's kind of what this is looking like, is like a charcoal or using a graphite stick instead of like a graphite pencil. But I miss the permanence of that. So as soon as you put a line down, it's essentially down. You can try and cover it or you can try and erase, but for the most part, it's always going to be there. And I do miss that sometimes, especially in instances like this when I'm taking way too long. That looks so bad. Why did I do that? Why did I make it look like that? Let's step away from that for a second. And then the eyes. Somewhere here, right? No. Down a bit lower. Yeah, somewhere like that. And then he's got kind of bigger eyes. So I can already tell that this is looking a lot less like him than initially it did, which is interesting. He's got these real big bushy eyebrows. Watch all of this just be super boring to watch, and I hate it once it goes through editing. Post it anyways. Wait. Oh, this looks so bad. I think because the lines are so fat. I don't care. Instagram, go away. Go away. Goodbye. Oh my god! Wow! Bastard. I think because these lines are so fat is what's making it look... Alright, you know what? Let's try this again. Let's try this again. I want to zoom in so badly, but I'm like, let it just be. Let it just be. I think it'll also help me like avoid my perfectionism a little bit, because I am really bad about wanting something that's never going to be perfect to be perfect. So I don't know what the head waggle was for, but it happened. You're welcome. Enjoy. Music's getting more aggressive. Should I be more aggressive? I haven't been monitoring my audio at all this whole time, so... Okay, eyes aren't big enough. Try again. They might be big enough on the outside edge of the line, but not the inside, so it makes them look much smaller than they actually are. My drawing looks horrifying. I am not doing this man justice. And down to the nose. Okay. The eyebrows will save it. Save me, eyebrows, save me. Helps. I don't know why I went up and down right there. Okay, let's give him some scruff, I think. I think that might. It's a little derpy. Just This is why we practice. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I'm not that. Oh, I don't know why I did it like that. Okay. So, all right. Oh, I've already been recording this for 41 minutes. Let's kind of just go ahead and throw down a full, gosh darn it, a quick full body pose. Let's go ahead and let's go with this. All right, so, oop. All right, so let's just go ahead and find all the shapes for this. All right, so let's kind of start with the torso. I think that's where the thigh. I'm drawing directly on the. How did I not notice that? Oh my goodness. Okay, try again. So. Okay. He's very buff. Jesus. Okay. I'm just like noticing that this man is buff. Oh, okay. It's intimidating, but I'm not drawing muscles today, so that's fine. I should learn like how to draw muscles, like the actual anatomy of like the muscles and stuff, but that sounds like a lot of work. I don't know why I'm so focused on where that circle's poked, but it doesn't matter. So is that okay? And then where would that would be center, ribs. Then you don't really see the other side much. And then this is the squishy bits. Because, sure. Okay, arm. And trying to not, like, I'm trying to just do the thing, and it's, I want so badly to zoom in and clean it up and make it recognizable, but that's not the point here. Okay. The point is we're just looking at the shapes. Because we're studying and practicing, kind of going over everything. Okay, so let's go with, this is kind of the mask of his face. And then... Huh? So that's where the actual... Cut the ear. Brow. Okay, so we have So this is kind of hard to sort of block out. Oh, that's that. Shoot. I should know what that muscle is called, this guy. The little triangular shoulder muscle. I should know this, but I don't. Joey, you have the picture. Show it up. Throw it on screen. Did you do it? Okay. Oh, calf muscle. These calves are small. Or my calves are just ginormous. That. Okay, that's how that would sit in the middle of the foot. Toes. Because that's how toes look, I'm sure. Put back in there. Okay. And then let's actually give him his weapon. His prop, I should say. And then erase this arrow of that thing that I was talking about. Okay. Let's grab this. Now let's see how weird. So I'm noticing that the original image, this piece here on him looks so much wider than it looks here. And I think part of that has to do with how many extra lines I have. Because, like, I obviously traced that. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this guy over here. And let's try, this is going to be the last thing we do. I'm going to try and do a quick little bit of it's so weird how the neck goes down. It's fine. Like that. That. How would that work, I think? Okay, let's go back up here to the arm and kind of figure out. I'm sure this is just riveting commentary. Oh, goodness. Was this a good idea? Probably not. But am I still going with it? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Okay. So the next hand, I'm gonna go ahead and place the hand first because I've heard a lot of people say that putting your hand where it belongs first makes it so much easier to attach the shoulder to the hand type thing than just building out from the shoulder to the hand. Did any of that make sense? World may never know. Okay. And then, so we've got the hatchet in here. Alright, so let's get these. Let's start with this back leg, actually. Because it's gonna get covered the most. Should probably do the hand thing with the foot too, but That's better, right? There's so much off about this. There really, really is. But so through this, I have noticed that not only are my lines very unsure, I have a lot more practice to do, but we've spent better part of an hour just sitting here vibing. I've been talking nonsense, which I am good at. And I practiced. So I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me. Some things I shook my camera so much there. Sorry about that. Giving you motion sickness. I've definitely learned that I am so unsure of my lines, and I hate it. I really need to I need to practice so much more. And I do plan on doing some more kind of just draw with me vibes while I just do my thing with a sketch or practice or something like that. Tell you what's on my mind and go from there. Maybe it's like a vlog? Does this count as a vlog? I don't know what you would call this. Let me know if you like it. If you like it, hit that little button down there. Comment. Tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like. And if you want to see this again, please let me know. And yeah. Check me out on Twitch. Yeah. Bye, I guess. I knew it was coming. I knew for a fact that this is coming. Doing the crab stance. I need to have like a sound alert to go with that for the crab rave. For crab stance. It feels so weird doing it here. Uncomfortable silence. We're here for it. There you go. There's your crab